In this video guys, we're going to be going through the essential utility of Mirage. We're going to be starting off on CT side and we're going to move from A site, going all the way to B site, making sure we go through all the utility that you're gonna need when playing this map. Also, quickly before the video starts, huge shout out to prac.com for giving me access to their servers to record this video. Starting off with A site on CT side, the most usual utility you're going to use here is the Molotov for ramp. Basically, to throw this, you're going to be coming up from this ramp and you're going to be aiming like between these two windows over here and aim above them and run and then throw. This is going to land right here and it's going to block basically the visibility from T-ramp to when you are running across here. It's going to make it way more difficult for the T side to get a early pick or even some damage on you before running out con. Usually it's the A anchor who throws this Molotov, so make sure to coordinate with your teammate who's playing connector, or if you're playing connector, make sure to coordinate with your anchor on A site. Because what usually happens is one person throws this Molotov and one person maybe throws like a Molotov right there. And that is going to be like one Molotov waste, which you could have used later in the round or saved for the next round. So make sure to coordinate with your teammates when throwing early utility overall. The second utility that the A anchor is going to be playing is the flash for mid. Basically this flash is just to make sure that when the T's are pushing up mid, they're going to be flashed when peeking window, and they're going to be flashed when the connector player is running out connector to maybe get a peek or just do some damage or whatever. So first you're going to be running and throwing this Molotov. Then you're going to pick up your flash and you're going to be aiming between these two, like in this clear area, and between the sandy part and the Minecraft sandstone part. So you just run and jump throw. Now this is going to be flying up over the buildings, and make sure that the T's running out here are going to be blind when they run out. You can see here. This is very important, and you can also throw a second flash if you have it. So first flash there, and then you can throw a second flash aiming above this wooden part over con. And this is going to flash the T's as well. It's not going to flash your window player, since it just like goes over here and he's going to be holding from here. And the connector player won't be flashed either, since it's right above them. Okay, so that's the Molotov and the two flashes you're going to be throwing, usually every round if you're the A anchor. And now going over to the connector player, you're going to be using probably a smoke here, which is just going to basically allow you to play towards underground, or it's going to allow you to push mid and take mid control, and then you can escape into the smoke into connector. Or you can also play it so you can hold mid without having to worry about underground pushing. Now there is a lot more utility you can use on A site, especially when it comes to retakes and also of course defending the site, but those are going to be in a more in-depth video that's coming out later on. If you are the mid player, you're going to be coming in from here. It's very good for you to have like a second nade dropped to you. Either one B player can drop a nade just through this hole for you, and you can just throw it in this corner for yourself, so you can just break the smoke twice. And one smoke break that is very good to learn is just this one. You basically go into this corner, you aim to the right of this white strip between the planks, and regular left click throw. Now this nade is going to land like behind this door, so you won't take any damage from it at all. I can show you with a smoke as well. So the smoke is there, your aim is to the right of this white strip, regular throw, and you can see right through and you won't take any damage. You will also see pros throwing this nade, just aiming up, right click throw, and jumping up, peeking. This is also very good. You're gonna be taking minimal damage, but you will take damage. Pros like it simply because it's an off angle being this high up, and often the enemy won't expect you here. But it depends which one you like. Also you can switch it up in between rounds. Maybe one round you throw the one behind the door, one round you throw this one, and you end up here. So switch it up so that you can catch your enemies off guard. Now just a bonus tip: if you're playing mid window and you're smoked, of course you can break the smoke and try to get a pick. But usually what you want to do is back out from window, play jungle, maybe peek palace for your teammates, be ready for a ramp push if they're pushing ramp like a split A. But after that you need to be certain that there's no one who has pushed into window with the smoke. So basically what players usually do is smoke window, get smoked, then they're gonna be boosted up window, right? so they won't make any noise. And then they're just gonna be in window and wait for the smoke to fade. And then they're gonna be flanking you. Or they're just gonna be pushing the smoke. So always be on the alert for like a push through this smoke. And make sure to clear the corner here when the smoke fades. Okay, going over to B site. We have the B anchor and we of course have the short player. So here on short there are some nades that you're gonna want to learn. So of course you have just the apps if you want to help your anchor if they're rushing or whatever. So make sure that you have a Molotov to support. Usually your anchor will throw a deep Molotov, so you should throw this Molotov to make sure that it's just another Molotov that they have to run through. Usually they will smoke the first one, and then they have a second Molotov that they have to run through, so it's just good to throw the late one instead. Then you can also nade from here by bouncing the nade on the outside edge of this window, just like this. It's going to bounce into the doorway here and damaging anyone hiding behind the doorway or anyone trying to push up. Of course, you can also use this with the Molotov if the T's are about to push. Now for actual short, if you want to peek short from spawn, you can just aim high at this wall, bounce it, and it's going to be popping here, which is going to flash pretty much anyone who's looking towards short on mid. So you can peek with it and basically just make a play and get some info for your team. Over at B site. If you're the B anchor, of course, you're going to be having to care for the rush, and you're gonna have to jump spot to make sure that they're not sneaking up on you. And yeah, basically just jump spotting. That's your job. Make sure that the T's aren't pushing up onto B, and if they do, scream for your life, basically. Coming out of spawn for B anchor, you can always use this Molotov and nade if you want to. You aim at the top of this window and just run through. This is going to bounce on this wall, and it's going to Molotov deep into apps. So if they're pushing, you will hear them instantly by the fire tick, and you can know if they're pushing into apps. Now after you've thrown that Molotov, what I usually do is I go up to car, I smoke it instantly after Molotov, and just take apps control. What will happen is these are Molotov back, they won't be pushing of course. So you can smoke it and you can have control of apps. A great off angle here in apps. The usual one is people are standing here by this door. So either stand a bit closer, or you can also stand up here actually. You can jump up onto this lamp, if I can manage, and you can stand here. You're gonna be super high. So you can see, like coming into apps. Usually you would maybe check here, you would maybe check here, but you're not gonna be looking up. See, it's super high and no one will prefire this or think about it. So you will definitely get the first kill, and then maybe of course if there are 3 or 4 here, they will kill you, but you get the early info and your team will probably win the round because of it. Now if you're holding B apps and let's say the T's are pushing, you probably want to Molotov deep, like by this door, and then if you want to, you can always throw a flash off of this van. Flash off of this van, just bounce it off the window here. It's going to be bouncing up and just flashing everyone in apps. I think that is it for CT side. Let's start going through T side. So we start with A site, like we did with the CTs. Now for A site, we will have the basic smokes that you're gonna need, which are the CT smoke. But the CT smoke, I just need to add this information. The CT smoke is mostly unnecessary, unless you know that the CTs might have an AWP. So usually the AWP just holds from ticket here. He's probably gonna sit here and hold you, or he's gonna be up here holding like in an off angle, maybe up on ticket or whatever. But he's gonna be usually by ticket, and that's when you smoke off CT. Otherwise it's just unnecessary because usually the T's are going to be playing behind triple, or they're going to be playing default. Maybe they're playing here behind firebox, or they're playing in shadow. Mostly never going to be playing ticket if they have the rifles. So save that smoke for resmoking jungle or resmoking stairs when you have sight, or later on when the T's are retaking through CT. But going over to the smokes, for all the 3 smokes you're going to want to line up into the middle of this door. For the CT smoke you can aim at the white part here and just jump throw, which will smoke off CT. This smoke is also very good because it actually blooms across the whole ticket. So for the CTs to have any chance of seeing anything, they're gonna have to jump up ticket and onto actual ticket booth, which just makes them a big target and you will see them instantly. So they won't be able to sit here and get any vision. For the stair smoke, same lineup, just stand in the middle of the door, aim at the dark spot here on the like ledge, and jump throw. This is gonna take some time to land, so I recommend if you're throwing all 3 smokes, like CT, jungle, and stairs, throw the stairs first, and then the jungle, and then the CTs. Smoke. This smoke is very good because it doesn't leak into sandwich, so no CTs can push up and jump down to catch you off guard by being in sandwich when the smoke fades. Going over to the jungle smoke, same lineup, middle of the door, and we just aim in the middle part of this white part of the building between the stair smoke and this electric wiring. So just in the middle here, jump throw. Same here, it's taking some time to land. I think it's like 8 seconds actually. So throwing these 2 first are vital before they execute. But this is going to cover up the whole part between stairs and jungle, making sure that any rotating CTs, playing con or whatever, are not going to be able to see a thing. So throwing all these 3 together is going to look something like this. You aim for stair smoke, you aim for the jungle smoke, and you aim for the CT smoke. Stair smoke lands, jungle smoke lands, CT smoke lands. With these execute, or just whichever round you're playing, same thing here. In the middle of the door, you can also throw the lamp flash, which is the most popular flash that you can throw. It's a great pop flash for running out A site. Whenever you have a teammate running out ramp, saying they want to go for an early pick, maybe they run up, try to catch the guy crossing towards connector, you can always just throw the flash for them once or twice to help them out. So you aim here just on the lamp. Some people aim high, some people aim low. I don't think it matters too much because the flash is gonna pop here either way. This is a very, very good flash. We can see how it lands. Just coming out here, you barely even get to see it, and you're full flashed. So that is a very, very good flash to learn. Going over to Palace, we have the Molotov for Shadow. You basically just line up with this line by the second pillar. You aim a bit lower from this corner and run. It's gonna fall down into Shadow, clearing it out for your team. Of course, someone can be up here and be safe, so be careful of that. And maybe here. Basically, it should just flush out anyone in Shadow, making sure your team won't get backstabbed when pushing up. In Palace, we also have a lurk smoke we can throw. You line up with this wall here, with edge, and then you aim, I think it's this one, bottom of this circle thing, decoration. Left click and throw. It's gonna land on Palace balcony. It's gonna block so that no one in CT or site can see you. You can walk out here. You can just walk down the ladder, and you have a pocket to see stairs. You can maybe pick someone off if they're not careful, maybe jungle as well. And you can also get an angle on the CT player. You can even see someone if they're playing triple when the smoke changes, and you can even see someone default. The only place you have to be careful of is firebox. So yeah, I think that's it for A side. On T side, if you feel like I forgot any smokes or any utilities for any part of the video, make sure to leave a comment below, and I will make sure to cover it in a short or another video. Going over to mid. Mid is very, very heavy on the utility. So here we of course have the instant smokes that I have a short for, so you can just go watch that. I will link it in the video. But otherwise, you have a late window smoke that you can throw from this side of the trash can. So you aim in the middle, like in between the white part and the fence here. You hold D and jump throw. This is gonna fly, but it takes some time. So as I said, it's going to be a bit later. Like it will take some more time than the insta smokers, of course. So this is just in case no one knows the insta smokes and no one has a lineup for it, and you can use this instead. From this position, you can also throw the short smoke and a connector smoke. Short smoke is aiming at the end of this leaf here and just jump throw. And the connector smoke is aiming between these 2 antennas on the antenna here. Aim at this part and jump throw. The short smoke will land like this, and we'll make sure that anyone pushing out is going to be taking a very big risk. And the connector smoke will land like this, covering all the way up. The only bad part about this one is that it leaks out a bit, which makes it possible for a CT to push out here, jump up the bench, and maybe peek or get a pick here. So be careful about that, otherwise it's very good. When taking mid, you of course want to help out by flashing for your teammates. Running up towards B apps here, you can aim at this dark part on the wall. Just run and jump throw. This is a very good flash. It flashes window very well, and it flashes connector player. So that flash is very good, and it's like the most default flash that you can throw. It's very basic, very good. Always throw this one if your teammates are not already out mid, because if your teammates are already out mid, they will be flashed by this flash. Otherwise, if you are a bit late, you can throw this flash over the boxes, which will flash. It won't flash window, because window will probably be peeking towards left side here, but it will flash if anyone is pushing out mid from connector, which usually happens. The connector player will most likely push out, try to get a kill. If anyone if he tries to go out here, or he goes out to just hold this, the flash is very good for just that. Bam. Now, an important part of this flash is that you don't throw it to the right, because if you do, it's most likely going to land into this corner and it won't flash anyone. And if you're playing towards short, please do not throw this flash, because this flash is just bad, because it will flash yourself. The CT is standing right here in this angle. He won't be blinded at all. Won't do anything. So instead, just throw a flash like against this carpet here, like this, and push with it. But this flash would at least blind the CT. Okay, and going over to B site, we will have, of course, the execute smokes, but we will also have some flashes and, of course, the underground flash if you want to peek, if you want to push underground. So starting off with the execute smokes that you have for B site, you basically want to aim on these bricks on the roof and just jump throw down to the right of this middle window, jump throw, and on the edge of this tower here. Don't aim too close to the right, because then it will just bounce off the wall. Aim a bit to the left to make sure it actually lands on short. Now, this is for market smoke, for door smoke. It's going to be here, so it's going to be leaking out a bit. And for short, of course. Now, there is a faster market window smoke that you can throw if you want to rush. So let's say you have 4 teammates stacked in a row here, and they're just waiting for you to throw the smoke and some flashes for them to push. You stand here on this line. You aim between these 2 wooden pillars and in line with this one, this ledge, and just jump throw. Then your teammates will push as soon as you throw this, and you throw a flash. So you aim at the bottom of this brown line. You run until you reach the wood part and jump. This will flash pretty much the whole site. The only thing it won't flash is short. For flashing short, you can just stop and jump. Now, this flash, if your enemies are standing here in short, will blind them. If you're gonna be pushing underground, the CTs usually, for some reason, it's always CS lottery, CS timing, that when you decide to push underground, one CT will push underground as well, and he's probably gonna be throwing this pop flash that is just running and letting it go. It will pop with him. So when you're pushing down underground, make sure to throw a similar flash. Just underhand throw and peek with it. The CT will get blinded by this one, and if he throws one, you will just stand here blind both. But yeah. Alright guys, if you've made it this far, I want to thank you for actually paying attention to this video. And if you learned something, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me a lot. Also, comment below if I missed something, if there's something that you thought should be in the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.